What's going on, Sky Squad? We're back in the building. And listen, we got to talk Real Housewives of Atlanta. We got some tea for y'all with regards to this trailer that's about to drop. And I did say about to drop. Okay. So if you like reality TV content, commentary, and all that good stuff like that, where we share news stories and we talk about it from the perspective of someone who loves reality TV, been in reality TV, and loves to have a community of reality TV lovers to chat with, this is the channel for you. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into what we got to talk about today. Now, we have been talking about, Candy Show having a proper lead in from the Real Housewives of the Atlanta, or at least giving us, a trailer or something like that, because I felt like that would amp up the excitement for the show, because Candy is not necessarily tied to the Real Housewives of Atlanta brand when you look on the DVRs, the YouTube TVs, kind of similar to how we talked about how Portia's was under the Real Housewives of Atlanta umbrella. When you look it up on your DVRs or when you look it up on YouTube TV, and the same with Karen's, it's labeled under Real Housewives of Potomac. Well, Candy and the gang is not. So it's really kind of standing on its own, but it would be nice to have a lead in. So we talked about that yesterday when we talked about the ratings and such, and we'll incorporate more ratings conversations into these videos as the weeks and time goes by. But for right now, we need to talk about something that happened last night. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I believe this game, and correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong, if this game, Last Couple Standing, is by Ralph and Drew. I think it's their game. I'm not necessarily sure. I wouldn't be surprised, because I will tell you guys, from what I understand, that Ralph is smart as a whip and is a creative genius. Okay. And so it wouldn't surprise me if he had kind of invented this game, or maybe they invented it together. Anyway, they was doing the couples games last night on the lives. And so that's where I guess this information originally came from. Okay. So we have that right there. So stay tuned, because that's where this all jumped off from last night, from my understanding. All right. So for the next piece of information, we need to head over to our friends at Jay's Reality Blog. Okay. So let's head on over there on the Instagram. And as we can see here, we actually have a cast photo. Well, not really a cast photo, but a photo collage of the cast members set to appear on the Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 14. So as you guys can see here, there is Kenya Moore, there is Sanya Richards-Ross, there is Marlo Hampton, there's Drew Sidora, and then there's Candy Burruss, and then there's Sheree Whitfield, and there is Monyetta Shaw. Okay. Now, remember, I don't know if it was Variety or Hollywood Reporter or whoever it was last October that came out with the news that there was going to be, the 6 housewives were going to be Sanya, Marlo, Kenya, Drew, Candy, and Sheree. So we had that bit of information going into it, but B. Scott had already kind of given us a lot of that information anyway. So we already knew much of that information. Well, according to this, if you guys look at the caption, Jay's Reality Blog, which is a site that I do trust, and I do tell you guys, follow Jay's Reality Blog, not only on the Instagram, but also on Twitter, for a lot of great housewives and reality TV information. Okay. And the reason I tell you guys this is because I'm not always online. And these are sites where if 24/7, you can get some information. And then we come back here and we have a discussion about it from the perspective, like I said, of a reality TV show community and someone who's been on the show, not that show, but reality TV himself. Okay. So anyway, so Jay's Reality Blog posted and said, B. Scott will be premiering the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 trailer on March the 30th. Okay. So it says the cast: Kenya Moore, Drew Sidora, Marlo Hampton. Who else? It says Candy Burruss. It says Sanya Richards-Ross. It says Sheree Whitfield. It says Monyetta Shaw. So to me, what I'm wondering is, if you posted all 7 of these names, does that mean these 7 will be the full-time cast members? And if that is the case, I would be overjoyed because we have never had 7 cast members on the Real Housewives of Atlanta ever. Not really, to be quite honest with you. I mean, there was, I think, almost that time when Kim was still on the show, but she ended up quitting that season. I think was it season 5, maybe? And she ended up leaving. So it really could, I mean, we really didn't get the 7 members that we were hoping for. I've been hoping for 7 members for a long time, and we've typically had, 6 cast members plus about 3, 4, 5 friends floating around in some capacity, or guests, or whatever you want to call them. But to me, it's about time that they had 7, and I think that Monyetta Shaw would be a great addition based on what we know, especially of her connections with like Candy and some of the rest of the cast. Now, no word on, and at least from my perspective, on how well she has done this season. But let me tell you something. If you got things going on, if you are willing to be open and honest about your life, if you are willing to get into the nitty gritty with the rest of the ladies and be open and honest and have honest dialogue, then that pretty much would almost ensure that you could be a cast member on the show. Now, we have previously heard that she was going to be a friend, so maybe that's what this caption also means. Again, speculation. And as always, I want to put the commentary is alleged, okay? So why is all of this important? Okay, so when we look at this, not only does it say the cast members, but it also lets us know that B. Scott will be premiering the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 trailer on March 30th. And I could honestly not think of a better place for it to be released, especially just given that this opportunity is given to a creator of color who has been heavily entrenched in the world of reality TV for the longest, okay? The longest. So to me, it is only right that this is an exclusive that is given to B. Scott. And so I wanted to do some digging to try to find out, okay, well, what's the tea with this situation? Has B. Scott posted anything on the B. Scott site? But I did see it. I didn't see it on the site. And maybe I just didn't search with my eyes hard enough, because at the time of filming this video, it's 7:10 in the morning. Okay. But I did my best to do my due diligence and do my research. And what I did find as I was scrolling through the IG streets and the IG stories is I went down the rabbit hole, of course, as you guys can see. B. Scott had posted this in the IG stories and tagged Love B. Scott and said, yes, it will be, and it will be our exclusive. Now, Jay's reality blog, to bring this all back full circle, says B. Scott said in Drew and Ralph's Instagram live comments that the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 trailer will be out on March 30th. So we have a date. Now, for those of you guys who are not looking at your calendars right now, let me tell you, March 30th is a Wednesday. It is the last Wednesday of this month, and that would give us hopefully a full month before the premiere. Hopefully, it's going to still be on March 1st, as we had previously heard. Now, again, let me make sure to let you guys know the dates. Bravo could definitely change the dates at any point in time. They have definitely been known to do so in the past when everyone has had a date set, locked, and loaded, and something could change, because they may want to surprise us. Who really knows? But what I can tell you is that here it is right here, the information in the flesh. I'm super excited for B. Scott to release this, because I think, again, respecting people of color, when it comes to some of our melanated, casts, I just think that this is the right move to make, and I'm super excited about it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you ready for the Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer? I think this is going to definitely help give Candy's show the boost that it needs. And also, I think that with Candy's show supposedly having 10 episodes, I think that we'll see a continued rise, because we did see a rise in ratings from last week to this week. So again, let me know what you guys think about this, and I will catch you guys in the next